Hey guys, and welcome to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 67. That's terrible, isn't it? How we literally came up with that like 2 seconds before the podcast. Episode 67. Hope everyone is well. We've had a little short hiatus. We've both been very, very busy. Denny's been working. I've been at shows and stuff, so it's just been hard to align times, especially as we're both fairly busy individuals. But yeah, Denny, how's the last 2 weeks been for you?
Busy, really tiring. I feel like I'm on prep and I'm not. Um, but I am officially dieting now, which is something that I think last time we saw it was like, yeah, I'm not going to diet anytime soon.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, to be fair, it's not going to be that aggressive. I just want to kind of get, I don't know, 4 to 5 kilos off. That's kind of where I'm aiming. But yeah, it's been pretty chaotic. I've got a new job that'll start on Monday. Nothing
Gosh.
exciting. I now have my phone back after 2 days of not having a phone. So I had some guy come round just to fix my screen. I think you've seen where I had that line across the screen for like ages, and then it smashed at work as well. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my phone fixed. Some guy come round. 10 minutes he was in the car. He's like, there you go, here's your new screen. I was like, sound. Handed the money over. 5 minutes later, I was like, my phone feels really hot. I mean, it was I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and it was really hot that day. I was like, oh, maybe it's just the heat from outside. And then I had to put the phone in the freezer. It was that hot.
Fucking hell.
I thought it was going to blow up. Battery drained, so I texted him straight away. I was like, mate, something's not right here. He's like, oh, I'll come back, have a look at it. It's probably a bit of dust because, like, the job that you do is dusty and dirty. I was like, yeah, fair. He's like, I'll do it properly this time. I was like, well, why didn't you do it properly in the first place?
Yeah.
He come back a couple of hours later, had my phone for a few hours, come back, same problem. And then the phone just kept dying. I was like, you've now had my phone for like a good few hours. I'm not paying you any more money. All I wanted was my screen fixed. And now the
Yeah.
phone doesn't even work. Come back a few hours later, he couldn't do it, dropped it off. Then the next day, I was without my phone for the entire day whilst I was at work. Obviously, I'm now coaching people as well. I was like, that's ideal, isn't it? I can't take my laptop up on a roof. So, yeah, it was just a bit shit and chaotic. I then got home, still didn't have my phone. So it was like 7 p.m. Um, and then he finally turns up at the door. He's like, yeah, we fixed it, mate. I've had to go here, there, and everywhere. I was like, thanks. I was half expecting him to be like, yeah, it's X amount of money. I was like, I'm not paying any more
Yeah,
money.
no.
My phone worked minus the cosmetics. And then, yeah, on top of work being stressful or just busy in general, the heat, I'm just wiped out. I'm quite looking forward to not doing much this evening. But yeah, that's me. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, a busy couple of weekends of shows. I think we haven't spoken about Lisa competing yet, have we? So there was
Nope.
three shows in the space of 7 days, which was really good. She came second in first timers. She came fourth in naturals, which was the day after. And then we did Universe, and Universe was basically like, why not do this show? It was one of those shows where it's like, it's a big show, go in there and just enjoy it.
Yep.
And she went out there, she smashed it. Unfortunately, didn't place. She was kind of like middle of second call up, so I
Yep.
can imagine that's anywhere between like seventh and eighth. And there was like I think 14 girls in her class,
Okay, so
so
quite busy as well, yeah.
yeah, it was a busy show, and obviously it being universe, they all have to be invited as well. So it
Right.
was it
But
was a
they're
great
a
show.
high standard, yeah.
Yeah, really, really high standard, and it was just great for her as well. Like she, obviously coming second in her first show, and then the following day coming fourth. It was a bit of like a disheartener because I think she thought that
Yeah.
like, oh, I should be in, placing better or the
Yeah, but
kind
you
of the
just
same
get,
place.
unfortunately, it's one of those things where you just get put into a bigger pool of fish, don't you? Where it's
Yeah,
like anyone else can now turn up.
mm, exactly. So yeah, obviously she was a little bit disheartened from the Sunday showing, but managed to kind of screw her head back on a little bit, and kind of take it back to like the reason on why she's prepping in the first place and
Yeah.
things like that. And then yeah, she went out in universe, and arguably that was her best look. So that's all you can do, and that is bodybuilding at the end of the day. So
Yeah. How was she in terms of like nerves or like backstage, things like that? All run pretty smoothly?
yeah, mate, like Lisa's just very calm in all situations, really. Like, especially I'll get onto the weekend dilemma with the booking.com and shit in a minute, but Yeah, she's just really calm. Like she wasn't that nervous. Like she was posing well and things. Like usually some people kind of it all just kind of falls out their head a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, she did really well. So and to be fair, on her first show, she was literally like dancing on stage. Like when she was at the side of the stage and
Cool.
the girls were doing that eye walks, she was
Yeah.
literally just dancing to the music on the side of the stage. So yeah,
Cool.
you could just tell like she loved it, and that's
Yeah.
like for me, that's like my biggest win. Like obviously the trophies are cool, placings are cool, but I
Did
was
you
speaking.
actually enjoy? Because you
Yeah,
got to enjoy the process leading up to it, and like you don't want to get there and be like, oh, I'm not really feeling this. But like if you're
yeah,
enjoying it leading up to it, and then you're there, you're like, actually, this is for me. It's just
yeah,
it doesn't really matter what the result is at that point.
yeah. It's such a nice kind of because you open someone's passion at the end of the day to a whole new avenue of obviously bodybuilding. Like it changes the dynamic of how you train. Like
Yeah.
you now feel like you train with a little bit more purpose, and yeah, just to see her kind of love the process was just like a massive win for us in general. So yeah, she's now reversing out of prep or in a kind of health slash recovery phase.
Yep.
Then we'll get to growing and improving. We haven't set out like when we'll go again. She was kind of like, "Can I go in September?" And I'm like, "Well, we need to get you healthy again first and
Yeah. It's
see
a
where
long
you're at."
prepping and to be very
Yeah,
lean.
yeah. So for her, it's just a case of seeing where she's at, and then we'll decide. I
Yeah.
think it will either be sometime next year, either start the season or back end. It just depends on what shows she wants to do. Obviously, she only competed with the PCA. I'd like to get her in kind of the eyes of different judges and different federations as well.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we can go from there. But yeah, she did really well, and I'm very proud of her. So it was
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
It was
Wicked.
good.
Yeah.
I'll get into the booking.com scenario
Yeah.
then, shall
I've
I?
heard the dramas.
Oh, mate.
People don't
Right. So I was on the phone with
wait
them.
on a pre-show day.
And like, so anyone listening, we drove up to Derby. We're from Kent. It took us 6 hours to drive up to Derby. We set off at 12. No, it took us 5 hours to get to Derby. So we set off at 12. Arrived at the Booking.com apartment that we booked, and everything was confirmed. Everything was fine. We arrived there at the location, and there's a car park, and we were like, "Oh, is this like the car park to the apartments?" Because it was like a shuttered car park, and it
Yeah.
looked like a block of apartments. Um, we've called the guy, and he was like, "Oh, I don't have any reservations for tonight." And we were like, "Well, we've got a confirmation number." So we gave him the confirmation number. He then like went on hold for a little bit and then came back and he was like, "Oh, this apartment shouldn't have been available to book because it's under kind of like reconstruction because it's been damaged in the past." And we are
Yeah.
like, "Well, we've booked it, so what
Yeah.
do you want us to do?" And then he started saying to us like, "Oh, you cancel at your end and I'll give you a refund." And we were like, "No."
No, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. We're not cancelling at our end because then
It looks
potentially
like
you won't
you.
give us the refund. Like
Yeah.
it looked like we've cancelled it.
Yeah.
So then we phoned Booking.com. We were on the phone for half an hour trying to find somewhere to stay. They then said to Kate, who was on the phone to them, "Oh, we're going to contact the host, see if they've got anywhere for you to stay. If they don't, we'll find you alternate accommodation."
Yep.
They said that would take 45 minutes, and their phone us back. We waited an hour and a half. By this point, Lisa's town was at 6:15, so we had to drive to a Pure Gym, make sure she could shower, then drive to her tanning location. I was also doing check-ins in the car in like 30-degree heat. I was like, this is just ridiculous. Like,
This is it.
anyway, don't get a phone call. So we ring them again. Ring them again. When we finally get through, they say, "Oh, we found an alternative booking thing, whatever. We will credit you the extra money to go towards this booking." They were like, "Here's the booking, here's the details, and here's the phone number." So they then hung up on us, and we were like, "Okay, cool." Then try the phone number. Doesn't go through. Straight away, doesn't go through. Doesn't even ring. And we're like, "Sam, so this person who's got the alternative accommodations obviously not accepting bookings at 7 p.m. at night."
Yeah, of course. Surely they
Um,
would have checked that.
exactly. They didn't even phone them or anything. They just said, "Oh yeah, here's one that's on the website that says it's available for tonight. Like, try book it." And we were like, "Well, it needs to be confirmed before we can
You
actually
can
go
even,
there."
yeah, even get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we couldn't book that. Then we went back on the phone to Booking.com, and by that point, we were past the cut-off point, so we had to pay late charges or late booking charges. We got it all confirmed from the guy at Booking.com that he said, "Oh, we'll give you a refund for any additional charges and any inconveniences caused as well." So
Yeah.
we're like, okay. So we find this place, and we were literally on the phone to him whilst we were like looking for a place. I said, "What about this place?" He was like, "Yeah, that's fine." He was like, "Go ahead and book it." I was like, "Well, can you call on your end to see if it's actually available? Because I don't want to leave the phone
Yeah,
and
you don't want to hang up and then have the same thing again.
yeah, same thing." So they were like, "Okay, cool." So this was £240, this one, and the alternative one they gave us was 175. And I'll come back to the pricing in a minute. The original booking was 100. So yeah, they call, they go, yeah, yeah, that's fine. You can go there. So we booked it straight away. It got confirmed. We get there, and you have to fill out a form because it's like a block of apartments that must be all like rented or Airbnb or whatever.
Yeah.
Filled out a form. Then the check-in thing comes back. Oh, you'll receive your check-in information in 48 hours. It's 9 o'clock at night at this point. We're like, no, no, mate. It gets worse. This story gets worse as well. This is like the day in hell.
God.
So then we're on the phone again, saying, look, we need the check-in information. We found the key boxes. There was like 16 key boxes, right? Because it's just a block of like obviously whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were like, okay, here's the code for the keys. Get the keys. There's 4 keys. They said on the phone there's 2 keys in the key box, but here's the code. So we get the code, and obviously we just pull out the keys, and we're like, oh, sound like there's keys. Like, thank you, goodbye. Go up to the top floor of these flats. None of the keys work in any of these doors, right? And it's like you can imagine a block of flats on how hot it's been in the UK.
Yeah.
It was roasting, and Lisa's got tan on. We're like all just fucked at this point. Had to call them back, and they were like, "Oh, okay. Long story short, go around the side of the building and
Did
get
you
the
manage to
maintenance
speak to the
keys."
same person at all during this?
No,
Oh man.
so you have to repeat the whole
Yeah.
story over and over and over again. So yeah, we managed to get on the phone. They were like, "Oh, okay, get the maintenance keys." We got the maintenance keys, which were around the back of the building, and that finally let us into the flat, and we could get in there. And we obviously that all happened. And we were like, "Okay, at least we got somewhere to stay. Job done." Anyway, so that's the conversation that we had on Saturday with allbooking.com. I phoned them today. So no, I've been emailing them all week, heard nothing. So I
Yeah.
phoned them today and I said, hey, look, I want a refund for the additional money that I spent on paying for an emergency
And some sort of short.
accommodation. Yeah, I was like,
And
that is what you guaranteed me on the phone when I booked it. So I
yeah.
want that. Sorry, sir, we can only refund you £75. £75. So I'm now £350 out
Oh,
of
mate,
pocket.
you need to turn into
Mate, I
male.
was on the phone and I was a bitch. Like I was such a like. It got to a point where they were like, "Is there anything else we can help with you today?" And I'm like, "Yes, this like what I'm
Yeah.
going on about." Asked to talk to senior management, customer service, all of that stuff.
Jesus
They
Christ.
they literally just said, and do you know what the worst part is? They were like, "Oh, we'll give you £75 in credit, so you can use it on
Oh,
Booking.com
yeah,
again."
yeah. I don't want to use you again.
Exactly, and I said no. Yeah, the least you can do is put that in my bank account.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to transfer me £75, but I'm yeah pretty out of pocket.
Oh no. I would still like double down on that and be like, I don't know.
What can I do?
I,
They
yeah.
literally refused me on the phone that they wouldn't give me any additional. Um,
Did you manage to speak
money.
to management or did you just ask
Yeah,
them?
yeah. Spoke to management, nothing. They literally said exactly the same thing, and
Well,
I just feel like I was royally fucked. So initially, I reckon the person that we originally booked was a scammer, because we also, when we went back on Booking.com, that apartment was available again, and it had one bad review, and that was from 3 weeks ago, saying, "Oh, I booked this apartment, arrived, and the person told me it wasn't available and it was damaged."
yeah, so they're
So
just rinse and repeating that, aren't they?
yeah,
Getting money, probably not
yeah.
having to refund
People
because
were arriving at the place. He's like, "Oh, well, you're going to have to cancel it on your end." You obviously cancel it on your end, and then he's got the money. He doesn't give you a refund.
yeah,
Job done.
yeah, and then he's away. Probably just does that with different accounts on Booking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I literally said this to Booking.com. I was like, he's clearly a scammer. I was like, if you check your website right now, the apartment's still available.
Yeah,
So, like, do something about it. And they were just like, well, we're trying to help you at the moment. Mate. Yeah.
well, there's a moral to the story there is don't use Booking.com.
Mm.
Airbnb is the way
Never
forward.
again. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why we did, like, so I always look at, like, different websites and I couldn't find anything in Derby because we had to book it only a week in advance. because obviously she only qualified for Universe through the First Timers show. And yeah, we just booked and we saw that and we were like, 100 quid for a one night. Like it's an apartment that's probably fairly like
Yeah.
reasonable and kind of where price
Out
range
of
would
all
sit.
this, that less money aside, was the the extra money
No,
showing in the apartment that you got?
no,
Oh,
it was not. It was all right. It was just very hot, and it was like the top floor of a block of like I don't know how many, but yeah, we had to walk up like four flights of stairs, and it was
jeez.
hot. So yeah, it
How
wasn't a
was
great
how was
experience.
Lisa during all of that?
Very calm. I
I
think
mean,
when you've had
it's
three
one of those
kids,
things. It's just like, what can I do? Like, and just wait
yeah,
until it's
yeah.
fixed.
And the thing is as well, like when she got a tan, I was like, don't worry, like we'll sort this. And I was like just taking all the stress off it as well. So I was like, how you feeling? You right? Like, don't worry, we'll sort this. Like, yeah, like literally. So it's kind of what you got to do though as a coach. You just got to try and
Yeah,
take
you have
off
to like,
all that stress.
yeah, you sort of have to become a sponge for it and take the external for the person that's gonna about to be on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, yeah. I won't lie. Like, if that was me on my show, there, I'd be like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, mate. Like not to arrive at your where you're staying till 9 p.m. at night. You're hot, covered in tan. Like it's just not ideal, is it really? But
Not
anyway,
good.
anyway,
Oh,
shit happens.
shit happened. Well, they can't get any worse than that,
No,
surely.
no. I'm just hoping the Airbnb for the UK DFBA this weekend's not bad.
Where's this one? Is this
So we're staying in Leicester,
okay?
but it's in Rugby. It's the same place that you
Yeah,
competed.
yeah.
Obviously
Okay.
got Mr. Willie B. Literally just had a look at him at the gym at the moment. He's looking very, very good. So I'm
Nice.
excited for him. Hopefully, he's just going to keep calm and then he can get out there and do his thing because
Keep
he's
calm.
made some really good improvements. He's about 4 pounds down or 4 pounds lighter than the last time we peaked for the
Nice.
UKUP. And his posing, he's made some tweaks with Kez and stuff. So as long
Yeah,
as he goes out there and just presents his best, which I think he's a lot more confident in doing now. I've got him doing
yeah,
certain little things like posing in the gym and
yeah.
just posing without a mirror and stuff as well. So he's looking a lot more confident and he looks good. So I'm excited for him to do his thing on Sunday.
It'll be good. I mean, even obviously now he's competed, he's just gonna roughly know the process. Obviously, yes, it's a different federation, but it's for the
Yeah,
most part, it's going to be the same thing, isn't it? It's
yeah,
pop
for
up,
sure.
see the other people backstage, and then sort of go again. It's just keep calm on stage, do what you've been practicing,
Yeah,
get on your abs.
yeah, get on your abs. Yeah,
Yeah,
you would know.
I know that one, even after
Yeah,
two attempts.
it's yeah. I think everyone gets it though. Their first kind of it's so unknown
Yeah,
that it's difficult, right? To kind of
yeah,
once you've experienced it once, you kind of already know. Like, look at how much you changed just in terms of headspace between the UKFBA and the
yeah,
WNBF. Like,
yeah. Like in reflection, obviously the second show it wasn't quite as it should have been
yeah,
in terms of it running. I think had it run as the first one did, the UKDFBA, me being on stage, I was calm anyway on the second show, but I would have been able to focus a lot more because it was just like in out rush, no comparison, see you later, and that's
yeah,
what it felt like whilst I was on stage.
yeah.
Whereas
That,
if
that
it
was
was
a bit
like
weird.
the UKDFBA, everything was like right, you're there, we'll compare you, you move along. It was a bit more kind of, I guess, not rushed is the only way I can put it.
Yeah, I remember with the UKFBA with you because yours was a first timer class, wasn't it?
Yeah,
They brought you all out together, and
yeah,
then you like they split you up into groups as well after that. So then they had groups. Then they did the first call out. But then with the WNBF, they literally just brought you all out on
yeah.
stage
Everyone on stage.
and just had like a class of 13 guys and just didn't do call outs or
Yeah.
anything, just kind of flipped you around from there.
Got
And
us
it
to
was,
do a pose down.
yeah, that is
In,
quite normal. And so PCA
in
do
the
a men's
physique.
physique. Yeah, PCA do a men's physique pose down.
No.
They do it in bikini as well.
Oh
It's
man, it's
great.
just a bit. It just becomes like this because I won't lie. I don't think they'd even made their mind up by that point anyway. So it's just like, well, we're going to use the pose down as a thing of like, oh, let's see who's decent in this lineup. That's what it
Yeah,
felt like.
it was because they were worrying about the music and stuff on it. It wasn't.
It was carnage because we all went backstage like that. Just seemed a bit odd. There was no music. We could just hear everyone out front. It was strange. It was very strange.
Yeah, well, to be fair, when they did the Supernaturals, they were both two like really because it was a 2 day show and they were both really good
Nice.
and they were like spot on there. So it's probably just a bit of a
Yeah, it was
hiccup.
just, I mean, everyone else like it was just a hiccup in that particular, and that happened
Yeah,
to be mine.
it's just unfortunate it happened in your class. Like it could have happened in any other class, but it's just
Yeah,
unfortunate it happened with you. But yeah,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. Um,
Anything else new? Anything coming up? Obviously, you got
no, I'll tell you what is new though. I got food increase.
way,
First
way.
one since November.
Jeez, that's a long time.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I don't, I didn't really care. Like when he gave me a food increase, I was like, oh, sound. Like I
I
was so
assume it
used
wasn't
to it.
a great big deal anyway.
No, it was only 50 carbs, so
Yeah,
I was like, well, 50 carb train day, 10 gram of fat on a rest day.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was so. I'm just like, yeah, sound cool, whatever. I'm so
Nice.
like over it. Like I have no kind of food focus at all.
Yeah,
So yeah, but
yeah.
I
I mean,
felt it.
it's quite nice now dieting. Like, I've not really. Well, to be fair, it's been hard to get in the food with the job that I have been doing, but now, obviously, with me changing jobs, it should just make things so much easier. So I might actually be able to become a bit more of a bodybuilder over the next 6 months.
Hey. Hopefully, hopefully
Hopefully.
we.
I mean, to be fair, considering like injuries, ups and downs with work, and just how busy it is, like I'm quite happy with where I'm at. Like, I'm strength wise, I'm quite a bit down in pressing just because my left shoulder is getting there. It's just painfully slow. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so slow. Like some days it's good, some days it's bad. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. All things considered, like I've held pretty good body composition over.
Yeah, you don't look bad at all.
Yeah,
I didn't think you looked bad at all.
yeah. Over the last 5 months, I've held pretty good body composition. So yeah, if I can sharpen it up over summer and then hopefully go into a bit of a growth, we should be
Yeah.
good. We
Well,
should
the
be
thing
good.
is, you view it this way. Fucking hell, you competed like what a year ago? Over a year ago
A
now?
year
It wouldn't.
ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah. So you pretty much had a 12-month off season,
Of
which
yeah,
is how it
not
should be. Like you
yeah.
haven't died. You didn't diet since then, did you? It's like I know you went on holiday and stuff, but I
Yeah,
don't think you
that was
died.
like straight after anyway.
Yeah. So you've done it right in a way that you've
Yeah,
made your recover from prep, got in the improvements you needed to make. Yeah, it's not been straightforward.
yeah.
It
So it's
never,
not been like a linear push
yeah,
up.
but it never is. Like life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like I think a lot of people expect things to be just like super straightforward and all the time.
yeah,
But it's never that straightforward. Like how many times with clients like shit happens in their life and that you've just got to jump over the hurdle. So like I
yeah,
like to say to them,
yeah.
shit happens.
I mean, my life is very different to how it used to be even 6 months ago. So
Yeah,
the fact that I've kind of held on to it is nice. Yeah, just got to do the same for the next 6 months.
that's it. That's it. Right, should we jump into questions?
Questions.
Got quite a few actually.
Excuse me. Whoa. Oh,
Wake up, Denny. It's a
oh
podcast, bro.
man, I'm exhausted.
Stranger this was from Rosh. Strangest and weirdest prep cravings.
Cravings. I mean, I never really got like individual food cravings.
No, I didn't really care. It was weird. I wanted a beer. I know it sounds weird, but like I just wanted
I
a
mean, I wanted just like a full bagel because I
yeah.
love bagels. Like bagel thins just don't cut it. Like
No.
they're just cardboard. But yeah, I guess just even more of the same of what I was getting,
Yeah, I
or
was the
just more
same.
variety. The ability to have variety. It wasn't necessarily a specific cravings. Like, oh, I really want crisps or whatever it is, because I don't eat that stuff now that
Normally.
now that I could eat it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Some people obviously when they are in a bit of an off season, they do have that kind of more flexibility, and they will include those sorts of things. But I still eat oats,
Yeah.
potatoes, mince, chicken, veg. My diet is the same with just a bit of flexibility on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's just I don't know why I craved. I wouldn't even say it was a craving of a beer. I just like, oh, I'd like to have a beer.
yeah,
But I sound like an alcoholic, but I very rarely drink, so
yeah, exactly.
it was just a bit of a weird one. Where I was like, oh, could do
It's
with a
more
bit.
so probably because you know you can't have it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
So
I wish I could be involved in that kind of. Because as much as yeah, it's nice to have a beer. It's more of like what you're doing. Yes, you can have a diet coke, but like just the whole atmosphere of going for a beer with your mates or something, like
yeah,
it's a bit
true.
it's a bit more than going for a Diet Coke with your mates. Like,
Yeah,
yes, it's
true.
the same thing, but it's not.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing we probably should cover post show because I've seen a few things recently which led me to post something yesterday on Instagram.
Good
Which
things or bad things?
bad things, poor coaching practice, just
Go
not
for it.
not
Let's rinse.
managing clients well within the post show period, and it's so frustrating to see because
So what
you know
would you consider bad management?
uh, stop active communication or open communication, stop daily check-ins, not allowing a degree of flexibility, but also putting plans in place to allow that. So
Yeah.
if someone wants to have something off plan, you tell them, yes, you can have that, but you need to do X, Y, Z to
Yeah. Set the
incorporate that.
expectation with the client and not let one or the other run away with each other.
Yeah, that's it. Also, kind of limit it as well to a degree and be like, okay, you can have that, but you can't have that and two other things on top. It's like
Yeah.
making sure that they're just being accountable. But yeah, the main thing is like not even having a plan in place. Like I know people they come out post show and their coaches are like, just take the week off. I'll chat to you next week, and it's like they're literally in the most vulnerable position
Yeah.
they could possibly, more vulnerable than even before stage. Like
Yeah.
post show is the hardest.
Because there's then no date holding them accountable. Because
Yeah,
realistically, the closer you get to show, the more accountable you get
yeah,
for the most part. Like, because you're like, oh, I've done it for X amount of weeks. There's only this amount of weeks left now, so you're almost like at the finish line.
yeah.
Straight after, like you come off stage, it's like, now what? Even for people with a plan, it is a kind of a bit like, oh, I feel a bit lost. So imagine how someone feels if they don't even have
It's
a road.
worrying. It's worrying, and obviously going to a lot of first timers. A first timer show a couple of weeks ago, you start following more first timers. They follow you, etc. And then you just watch them on Instagram. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and not in a bad way, but again, it's hard for me to be like, that's that person's fault and not their coach when you know they've got a coach.
Yeah,
And it's like that you should have a plan in place. Like when if someone's I don't know for having a whole week off plan, you can do a lot of damage in that time.
you can do
And
a lot
a
in a
coach
day.
needs, yeah, exactly. A coach needs to be on top of that. Like
Yeah,
Lisa, when she finished prep, she already had her meals set. Like I literally sent it to her on the Friday, so she was competing on the Sunday. I sent her post show meals or reverse food or whatever you want to call it on the Friday, and I was like, prep it so you're ready to go on Monday. If we get back late Sunday, you're ready to go.
specifically with first timers as well, but it's probably a little bit different for like a pro athlete that's maybe been
Yeah,
that's had like 10 seasons with a coach. They know what at that point is what the athlete is going to do. Just because they're like, right, if you need to take a week off, mate. You could probably have that level of trust there. But when you're still quite fresh into it, maybe the coach even hasn't worked with that individual for very long. Like you can't just be like, see ya.
yeah, and it usually comes from coaches who are competitors as well. And I'm like, you know that feeling of post show, like
Yeah,
everyone deals with it. It's never easy. Like even my post show period, which was my third season last year, was challenging still.
yeah,
So yeah, I think there's. Do you agree with this? I think there's three phases post show. I think the initial phase for a lot of people is relief
yeah. The
to a
stress,
degree. Yeah, the stress
pressure,
drop
the
off on
pressure.
prep.
Like
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
especially if you've not experienced it before, it's like, how am I going to do? What if I don't do this? What if I don't place? Like, what are
yeah,
people going to think of me? Am I going to like how I look? All that then just disappears.
yeah. You're like, oh, I can have a little bit of flexibility again. Like,
Yeah,
all this pressure is going to come off me. And then there's this kind of reminiscence phase
yeah,
where you maybe get over the relief side of things. Reality hits that you're now in a post show period.
yeah,
There's no more show, and you're constantly looking back at your photos. You're constantly wishing you're back in prep.
yeah.
And then the third phase would just be acceptance, really.
Yeah, like it's
Um,
almost just, oh, I competed last year,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
it's just something you talk about. Like
yeah,
you might still look at the photos, but it's not like, oh, I really wish I looked like that. It's like, oh, I used to look like that.
yeah.
It's
It's
yeah,
not like you're constantly scrolling back and going,
yeah.
"Oh,
It's like,
look at
oh,
my
I wish I looked like that.
yeah, I
Like,
wish I
but
looked
don't
like
get me
that."
wrong. I think everyone. The thing is, in prep, well, especially when you're very very lean. I don't know, mate. I'm kind of speaking for myself here. You look good, very good to yourself in very small moments of time.
Yeah,
For the most part, you just feel small, and you kind of have to remember that. Like, clothes are a bit baggy, you don't feel the best. I think it's very, very easy to remember the good times. But, oh, I
mm,
look sick there. It's
yeah,
because you've had a pump, maybe it was after a high day, and you've got some good lighting in the gym. Of course, you're going to look sick. But guess what? For the rest of the 90% of the day, you probably feel like trash. Like, I think it's quite difficult to think back and go, oh, I remember how bad that, not bad, but like how trashed I felt, how much I had to do to get there when all you're really looking at is, oh, I had a good set of abs then.
Yeah. I
Like,
think as well, like, well, you're right, but I think that's also your own mind telling you that you look worse than what you do. Like in prep, I remember I would look at myself sometimes and be like, "Oh, I look good here," and then I'd look at myself other times and be like, "I fucking hate this. I hate how I look." Like
yeah,
I pick myself apart. But in reality, you look pretty much like sick all the time. Like I remember
yeah.
I've got videos on my phone where I was like, I can't even look at them, but I was like, I'm not going to delete them because in 6 months' time I'll relook. And I look back at them now, and I'm like, fucking
What was
hell,
that?
why did I never post that or like do anything
Yeah,
with it? Like,
yeah. I've done the same thing. Like I've gone back on some of the footage that even David recorded. I'm like, I look pretty good there.
yeah,
But
you
it
do.
is that thing of like you have to kind of accept that that's not what you look like anymore to appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, true. So yeah, that's my three phases post show. I don't think I might actually make a reel about that or something because I feel like I'm onto something there. I watch someone else fucking steal my. Is there anyone listening to this right now? If you steal my content, I swear to God, I'm gonna send Denny around your house.
Yep. Denny will be around your house. I don't know what Denny's going to do, but it won't be this evening because Denny needs to go to sleep.
Yeah, you got 24 hours to steal my content.
As a warning.
Yeah. To be fair, enough people do it. I remember once I made a. You probably remember this. I made a carousel post about scale weight, saying it doesn't dictate your phase. And literally, another coach posted exactly the same thing,
I remember
like
I had
12
that.
hours after.
It's when
I
I
was like,
first got into Canva and I first started my own coaching. I made this like it was a carousel. It was like basically like what to expect, what you get from me and coach. Really basic. Looking back at it, it was a piece of shit like slide thing.
yeah,
And someone literally copied it word for word, all the same shapes and things, swipe across, then just changed the
the
DM
logo.
bit in the back. And I messaged him, I screenshotted mine, screenshotted his, sent it to him. I was like, mate, I'm all for using bits for inspiration, like, but you've just copied me. And he's like, oh yeah, fair enough, mate. Like, I was just kind of like really liked your post and I wanted to recreate it. I was like, that's fine, mate, but don't copy it. At least try and make. He followed me and I followed him. I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, I follow you,
Yeah.
and it's exactly the same wording. The
We
worst
train
part
in the
is like,
same. We train in the same gym. It's not like I don't know I've stolen something from an influencer. It's a little bit different
yeah,
because that person's got millions of followers or whatever. They're not gonna ever gonna see it, and it's cool. Like that works for them. But if we're both in the same gym and you've copied it a day later, I'm going to notice it.
yeah. Luckily for me, it was I don't even know the person, but I like we followed each other, and I was like,
Yeah,
he even liked my post. So I was like, you've liked my post, then you've literally gone and
yeah.
copied it.
Oh, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh god. But I
Oh,
suppose that's a good thing, right? Because it shows
yeah,
you
like
making good content.
it's flattering in a way, but it's just like, come on,
Frustrating.
yeah, because that might potentially gain them not a client specifically just from that one post, but it's just they're not putting any effort or thought into their content as a business.
Yeah, it's not their content at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's not authentic. It's not their words. So
Yeah. Yeah, don't copy people.
yeah. Rush Dog, like I said to you in the gym, mate, I'm not reading your second question because we will get cancelled for that one, mate. So
Yeah. Well, let's ask some Rush Dog questions that won't get us cancelled. Is which bodybuilder would you trust the least with your diet?
which
I feel like
bodybuilder? Um,
probably
are we
Rich
talking
Piana.
about like professional bodybuilders?
Well, just like I guess bodybuilders in the fitness industry of like influence status.
Um,
Rich Piana.
Rich Piana. I'd probably Ronnie Coleman to be honest. Imagine that. It'd be like just eat chicken and barbecue sauce all day.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Or Sam Sulek. That's probably another one. Just drink chocolate milk all day.
Yeah, chocolate milk and God knows what else he eats.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How do you feel about a lot of food companies making protein products a lot more than before?
I'm going to come at this from two angles. First one being it's just a marketing ploy
Yeah.
and it's not needed. Second one is depending on, let's just say, the client or the person that is consuming those, it can be of convenience to them to help them, I wouldn't say improve their diet, but start looking for certain things. Obviously, they know they're supposed to be looking for protein. Let's just say someone's got a really low protein diet. It's going to help. Is it the thing that you need to rely on? Absolutely not. I think it's good in a way that it people are talking about protein and talking about macros a little bit more in depth. But for the most part, like when it says protein bread, it's not even a full amino
Yeah,
profile anyway. Like you're not
you're not.
going to actually gain anything out of it.
No.
I see its benefit, but for the most part, like it's just a gimmick.
Yeah, it is. I think it's good that they're kind of highlighting the importance of protein.
Yeah,
But then it's like it's not bioavailable protein anyway, so you're not gonna.
exactly.
It's
Yeah,
like when people used to have like bagels and nut butter and say like it was 30
oh,
grams of protein. It's like
it's not though, is it? Yeah,
it's not. It's like
yeah,
just eat a chicken breast, bro, and have some
yeah,
fucking rice with it. Like
yeah,
yeah, it's an odd one. I think also they're a lot more expensive.
yeah, yeah.
So
Like some of them are bioavailable, like your protein yogurts and all that.
yeah,
You are paying the price for it from a financial standpoint because it is just a fancy Greek yogurt or a fancy protein shake. Like just buy a tub of protein. If you're going to consistently buy the ready to drink kind of ones, just buy a tub of protein. It's much more versatile. Probably better for you as well. Yes,
yeah.
it's still manufactured in a way, but yeah, it's good on the surface, but just eat real food, really.
Yeah, I think once you break it down, you gain a little bit more knowledge. You kind of
Yeah,
understand that you're
yeah,
probably better off just getting some whole food down you.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
it is.
Joey, oh, go on.
We have, in fact, I think two of the people that have asked your questions have asked mine. So, Fact to Fit 2004, your guys' least favorite protein brand and favorite and why?
Least favorite protein band. I'd say, I don't know. I was about to say like my protein, but I've had some decent flavors
Yeah,
of my
I'm trying to
protein.
think. There's one that I remember I bought it one time because I was just desperate. It was in Tesco's and it's terrible.
I don't. Do you know what I've been using Perform for so long now that I don't actually
Yeah.
know bad.
Like I haven't had, oh, that was it. Is it? Maybe it's Psy MX Nutrition. That one.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I bought it from Tesco's one time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this in my oats, vanilla. Can't go wrong with vanilla. It was disgusting. Um, but yeah, like Perform. I used to have. I don't know if they're still about anymore. Rule One.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Do you remember the MTS way? Do you remember that? That
I
might have
think
been
that-
just before you got into it. MTS Red Velvet Way. Any OGs out there? If you've been in the fitness industry, when was I eating that? Probably 2020. So yeah, if anyone remembers the MTS Red Velvet Way, unbelievable,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I don't like as much as I love Perform. I don't know whether we've kind of sort of channeled ourselves a little bit because I don't try any others now.
I think so. Yeah,
Because Perform us, they are so consistently good. I'm not going to say they're amazing or perfect. They taste good.
yeah,
I just don't need to go and try any others because I don't trust that. For example, you might have one half decent one from My Protein, but the other 10 are just trash. So why would I go there?
yeah. I know Perform get a lot of heat about like the quality of their protein and like all the artificials to make it taste that good. But
Yeah.
then I'm also like, oh, if it tastes good, I'd rather just have that. Like,
Well,
um,
protein's
yeah,
protein at the end of the day.
protein's protein. But I don't have any bad brands. I can't remember I've tried a
And the
protein
thing
in
is, a lot, as much as I don't know if they just haven't been investigated, but a lot of the bigger brands like My Protein and Bulk have had lawsuits against them for mislabeling what's actually in them.
yeah,
So, can you trust a big brand? That's obviously every brand is a business and they're trying to gain as much money as possible. But if they've had bad rep, like you probably, I wouldn't go back to them personally.
yeah. I suppose though you could flip that on the other side though and be like the reason they've been investigated is because they're a big brand. So can you control what smaller brands are doing?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Joey Stevo, we've got a few football questions here.
Hey,
First of all, we don't want to talk about actual football. We'll talk about World Cup.
okay,
Are we winning the World Cup?
no,
Who do you think's winning the World Cup?
France.
France. I'd go with France. France or Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't really
yeah.
see. The thing is, like, I don't know. England, I think I.
We're always on paper the best team, always.
Yeah.
But we just don't play well together because
Do you
they all
know
hate each
the
other.
the only thing I'm going to say is Thomas Tuchel is a cup manager. He won Chelsea the Champions League
Yeah,
in 2021 with a. I'm not being funny. He had Werner and Havertz up front. I know
yeah,
you're an Arsenal fan. You're going to say Havertz is decent, but for Chelsea, he was woeful.
yeah. I mean, he's not
Um,
like a goal scoring machine, is he? And I
no,
can say
but
that.
he won the Champions League
Yeah,
with the team that we had. So I kind of have a little bit of trust in him, but I don't know if that's just my Chelsea bias. He
yeah.
has made some interesting selections as well, like bringing Madueke to the Madueke over
What's he done,
Palmer.
really? Yeah,
Madueke over Palmer, I cannot understand. Or Gibbs
yeah,
White, like
yeah, yeah. I mean, at the same time, we tend to pick the favourites, and we don't get anywhere anyway. So maybe it is worth giving some other people a shot.
yeah, true, true.
Because we always like, oh, we've got this, that, and the other, and we're the best team on paper, and we still don't do anything.
Yeah,
Although we haven't been bad in the last like few Euros and World Cups, so
no, we've been to like finals and
yeah.
semi-finals and
So
stuff, so I can't see us being woeful, but I can't see us
England
being
are just
brilliant.
like Arsenal.
You won a Premier League though, so
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
every 22 years, bro.
Exactly. I'm going to be really old when I see it
Oh
again.
my God, I have to talk about this. Do you know
Well,
when I made a story the other day about saying where all these Arsenal fans come out of?
yeah,
My God, I got heat.
yeah. I can
Jesus
imagine. I almost
Christ.
replied to you. I was like, they're here.
Jesus Christ. I got like, obviously Zach replied. He was fine. Like, he was
Yeah.
obviously, we just had a joke. But,
Loads come out.
mate,
Like it just proved your point, though. Like you've
yeah,
probably never spoken to these people before.
yeah, I'd never spoken to these people. How hate I got. Oh, well, you're just a Chelsea fan. You're fucking shit anyway. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Do you know what I really hate about football? Is you just get like apart from the banter side of it, which I can take. People are like, oh, you're an Arsenal fan, go die. And it's like,
Yeah.
what? I just support a football team.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
It doesn't help that I sent him a screenshot of the amount of trophies we won in the last 20 years compared to Arsenal.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna like sort of pipe up, you kind of deserve some sort of heat come back to you.
Yeah, but I was only having a joke because it was right though, wasn't it? It's like I'm not being funny. All the Arsenal fans, you've been in hibernation for the last however long, and when you won the Prem, mate, my Instagram was flooded with the
You
same
wait, like
post.
if we win the Champions League, you are not gonna hear the end of it
I know,
forever.
I know, and that's what's like. It's
Like
it's funny
I've
because
got like this tiny sliver of hope that I don't think we're gonna do it, but I didn't think we was gonna win the league.
yeah, true.
I thought City were gonna pip us to it, or we were just gonna bottle it, and we didn't really bottle it at any point.
City bottled it, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So it's one football game. Anything can happen. We could spank them 3-0, or it could
Yeah,
be a head-to-head 1-1, or it could be they spank us 6-0. Probably going to be that one.
I think they'll win 3-1.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
If we play how we played against Madrid that time with the Declan Rice double
Yeah,
free kick,
yeah. You still remember that typical Arsenal fan?
I do, yes. Then we will win the Champions League, and that will be an unreal season
Yeah,
for
that'd
us.
be a great season. But realistically, you should have won the Prem. I've been saying this since like January.
Nah, see, I just didn't believe.
Yeah, I was like Arsenal going to win the Prem in January because everyone else. Would you agree that this has been the worst season in a very long time in terms of overall consistency across the board?
I feel that's a bit of a cop out for every other team though. Like, oh yeah, we was all bad, so Arsenal won. It's like
I don't know though, bro. Like you look at the start of the season, you had Liverpool signing Isak, Nketiah. Who else did they sign as well?
Frimpong.
Yeah, like two new fullbacks. They spent like 200, well, way over like 500 million or something. And then you got like Arsenal, who didn't really make any investments apart from Madueke and someone else.
Yeah,
Chelsea bought obviously a load of new players, and you're like, well, City are good. They bought Cherky and Semenyo, and you're like, yeah, Arsenal haven't really made a lot of investments here. They're probably not going to win it.
yeah.
So, but then everyone else was just so poor. It,
Tottenham imploded.
yeah, Tottenham
I would have
imploded.
made my day if they got relegated.
Yeah, I was unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, I was at Lisa's show, so I couldn't watch the final game of the season. But yeah, would have been kind of funny.
Amazing.
This could be a long question. Pick your Natty Blueprint England 11.
Have we got 11 fans?
Well, is that the question, or is it like actual like in terms of the squad that we've got at the moment? Are we
I mean,
picking
that's
our
that's
starting
what I
11?
would. That's what I would go for. Or we could do that.
We'll do both. I'll quickly see if I can find the England team.
But BBC Sport.
Squad. Okay. Pickford in goal.
Yep.
All right. Right back, Reece James.
I need to see. How have you got the squad up?
I've just got it on Instagram. It's pinned post.
Bear with.
I reckon I can do this. I reckon I can reel this off very quick.
I just need to see the other options because if this isn't easy to look at, then I'm just going to let you do it.
You've got Livramento or
There we go.
Reece James.
I'm there. Right, goalkeepers: Henderson, Pickford, James Trafford. Yep, Pickford in goal. Defenders: right back. Yep, Reece James. Centre back:
Then-
John Stones.
Yeah, with Konsa, maybe?
Yeah, or Gahey. I don't know what side they
Yeah,
play.
or Gurhey, yeah.
Left-
Nico O'Reilly, left back.
I mean, who do we really have?
I think Nico O'Reilly, he's been really good for City this season.
Yeah, we'll go with that. What are we going? 4-4-2, just to make it easy.
Yeah, we'll just do 4 midfielders, 2 up front. Even though you probably won't play that formation.
Uh,
Midfield, Bellingham, Rice,
Eze.
and then you need a winger, so Saka.
Yeah.
Up front, Kane, Watkins. He won't play this formation.
No.
I think Gordon's got to be left wing, actually.
Yeah.
He's going to Barcelona now.
Really?
Yeah, Anthony Gordon's signed for Barcelona.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know enough people to give a starting 11 for him from
Yeah.
us. Where would you play? I'm going midfield
Left back in the changing
in
rooms.
the change rooms. You were playing football for a little short period
I was
of time.
playing left back as well.
Of course.
Of course. Yes.
What else we got? When are you both next competing, Joey?
I'd like to say next year. If it is next year, it'll be the tail end of next year.
Yeah.
But like more realistically, probably 2028 now.
Would you rather go earlier in the year or later in the year?
Early.
Early.
Yeah. I'd rather start prep straight after New Year, and it
Yeah,
just
go
sits well with me. I don't know why.
The options of shows are a little bit limited, though.
Yeah.
This
But
is
hopefully by then there's more because that's the
more,
whole
yeah. Yeah, true. For me, it's 2028. I'm just, mate, my roster at the moment for 2028 is ridiculous. Like, I've already got,
back on it.
yeah, mate, I've already got like 12 people already for 2028. And I'm like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
it's going to be busy. And then I'm like, can I throw myself in a prep as well at the same time?
Plus potentially new people coming on board as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I've got a lot of people who have been signed up to me within like the last kind of like 12 to 18 months, when it's been like, okay, we'll take a few years and then we'll go. And it's always kind of, everyone's kind of landed on 2028. It's weird because next season doesn't seem that busy.
Okay.
But then everyone else, like, I've got obviously everyone who's competed before, like we've got Tom, Owen, Dylan, they're all 2028. I want to be 2028. And then people who've gone this year, people who've gone who want to go in 2028. It's like, fuck, like,
Busy. It's gonna be busy.
yeah, it's going to be. But
Yeah.
I'm like, do I throw myself in a prep as well? Or
Yeah, why not?
I would have to go at the start of the year because I've got a lot of people going at the end of the year already
Yeah.
in 28. And yeah, I've never prepped at the start of the year, so I kind of would like to do that. And I feel like that'd be better because I've only got 2 people at the start of 2028 that
Yeah.
so far who want to do earlies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I can do that because obviously I had more people last year when I was prepping. And then, yeah, I'll be good to go. Then they'll literally just be full coach mode for the rest of the year.
Nice. So,
I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm like,
yeah.
getting that itch back now.
Like, I'm quite enjoying my life, not having any kind of prep in mind,
Yeah.
but it is still there. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, it's just one of the, when I'll tell you what, if you went to a couple of shows, you'd be like, fuck, like, I want to crack on with that.
Rosh, if you had to build your physique from scratch, what would you do differently? Take loads of git. No, I'm joking. Just sort my diet out and my training plan early and actually have a plan because I didn't have any plan. I just went to the gym. That was it.
Yeah. I would stop wasting time dieting.
Yeah. I mean, I was dieting without even knowing it.
Yeah.
I
I
was like, yeah,
wasn't tracking
chicken
actively.
and vegetables is what bodybuilders eat. I'm gonna eat that. And then I remember one time I tallied up my calories. It was like 1,300.
Ah, shit.
Ah,
I'm in a
you need
deficit.
carbs.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of time when I was quite a fat kid. So like between like when I started the gym 15 and before I competed at 19, I was literally spending majority of my time like in a deficit.
Yeah.
So, and now I started tracking really early. I think I started tracking my like macros when I was like 19.
Yeah,
Um,
mine was quite a while after, to be fair. I just didn't have any sort of probably not interest for it because again, when I was like 18, 19, it just wasn't really spoken about in the fields
yeah,
of social media that I was using at the time, like YouTube. Like it was just, oh, this is some cool exercises to do, and that was kind of what the industry was about then. It was like,
yeah,
here's a way to target your delts, or like that was all it kind of really was. But now content is very specific and very niche to what you want to achieve, and
yeah,
it wasn't back then.
yeah. I wish I got a coach sooner as well
Yeah.
because I feel like I would have. A lot of people
I wish
think,
I just knew of coaching sooner.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't even know it was a thing.
that's it. Like rather than making the mistakes myself, I wish I just kind of got on board with someone who'd already made those
Even
mistakes.
if they
And
didn't really know enough, it would still be some form of direction because I
yeah,
didn't have any.
exactly. Yeah, it was difficult. I think early on as well, it was very difficult.
Yeah.
So
Like, I knew I wanted to build muscle, but I just didn't have any idea how to.
yeah, I wish I concentrated more. Like I remember when I was going in, it would be like very chop and changey in terms of like the exercises that I do, and I wish I just
Yeah.
concentrated more on just doing the same shit over and over again and getting strong.
Yeah, I wouldn't one rep max as often either.
Yeah, to be fair, I one rep max like every week.
Yeah, I'll do it every
Bench one rep
session
max.
almost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
literally.
yeah, one rep max my back squat, and then the next day deadlifts, and the next day
Yeah,
bench. Like, what am I doing?
yeah, literally. But I suppose though that's kind of it's not a bad way of being.
Yeah,
I saw a kid the other day in our gym. I don't. I'm hoping he doesn't listen to this podcast, but I'm not going to say anything nasty. But like, he doesn't have a lot of muscle, right? And he was it was cuffing his elbow to the prime, and then cuffing another cuff on his wrist, and doing a tricep extension. So obviously the cuff on his elbow is stopping his elbow moving, creating stability around the elbow. Now I understand why he's doing that, but
yeah.
I also think
Isolating the joint, yep,
yeah,
you're making the muscle work, but there is a merit to actually just getting strong at a very simple exercise.
and not one rep, well, not one set was to failure.
And there you go. So
And
what are
I
you
just went,
achieving?
I just
You're
thought, what
literally
you,
achieving nothing. Yeah.
yeah. And I just looked at it and I was just like, for fuck's sake, like,
Yeah. It
where are
kind of
you
goes
getting
back
this
to the
information?
story that I put the other day. Like, you can have the most optimal exercises, training split, nutrition plan, but if you're just not training hard, it's just not going to achieve to anything.
Yeah, yeah. I just wonder, are we in a position now where there's like analysis by paralysis by analysis, like just
Yeah.
over information all the time. There's always this new fancy exercise. But then I'm like, I understand the sport's got to develop as well. Like, I don't want to be one of those people who are like, when cuffs, I don't know if you remember this, when cuffs first came out, there was so much heat about cuffs. Stop
Yeah.
doing cuffs. They're like, and now everyone kind of uses a cuff and
Yeah,
realizes
it's just
the
like
benefits.
it's a normal piece of equipment you'll find in the gym now.
Yeah, yeah.
Just great. Yeah.
When people were dehandling things and stuff like that got a lot of heat as well. But
Yeah.
so I understand that things will develop, but then I'm also like, I think we have to sit in this middle ground of
It
what's
can't
worked in the
keep
past.
going that
Yeah,
direction.
yeah,
It has
exactly.
to find the middle ground. Because
Yeah,
again, like being a complete meathead, in my opinion, also doesn't work for most of the population.
no, but I would argue being a meathead will grow you more muscle than being super science based.
If you take it, let's just say we're going from a teenager that doesn't have much muscle,
Yeah,
and they're being a meathead with their bench press, and they're not even getting any effective reps. Yes, they're training hard, but they're just bouncing off their chest, momentum. I don't think you're going to build that much muscle. Because that's exactly what I used to do. I say meathead, but just like, oh yeah, I'm going to get really strong at the bench because that's going to grow me a big chest. I thought I was getting strong, but I was actually just cheating the movement to move a weight.
yeah. I suppose that. I suppose you could say that, but I
It has
think
to
that,
tilt a little bit into being in control and not just
yeah,
head.
yeah. But I think a lot of the time when people look at meatheads, they're probably like, oh, they're not in control, when potentially they might actually be a little bit in
Yeah.
control, like it's
Yeah.
just a little bit sloppy. Um, but I would rather see someone, yeah, buddy, row 180 kilos
Yeah.
than sit down on a prime piece and do two plates and just real contract and squeeze and all that shit. Like,
Like for example, there might be a meathead that's got a fair amount of muscle on it that trains in our eyes like a complete tool, but
yeah,
they've got some muscle out of it versus the people that are sort of bondaging themselves to a cable machine with no muscle.
yeah,
Like,
it's difficult as well. And if you've got all this kind of literature coming out about, you only need to train up to like 3 RAR or something.
yeah, but if you
But
don't know what RAR is, like, what is
exactly,
the point?
exactly. But if you've got that kid who's just going fucking mental and just slinging weight around, like they're probably going to grow a shit more muscle because they were probably already at failure the time they picked it up. For fuck's sake, So yeah, it's a hard one. I think this.
Redlining their CNS from Rep 1.
I feel like when you're young, though, you can get away with that.
Yeah,
I look at the shit I did now, and I was like, fucking hell, how did I recover from that?
like you're just rubber and magic when you're young.
Also, yeah, I think now a lot of people do. They think they can recover from less than what they actually can. For example, I did a 220 RDL the other day. I usually only do one set of RDLs because I've always like, oh, my lower back can't recover, and I've got a barbell row in 3 days' time. I got 220 for 4. I was like, that felt great. I'm gonna do a back off. I don't usually do a back off.
Yeah, I mean, your body just gets used to what it's doing. So if you're constantly doing, let's just say, one set of something because you can't recover from anything else, it's true to an extent because that's all it's used to recovering from.
Yeah,
You need to start adding a,
expose it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, guess what? That'll just become the new normal.
yeah. But then I was like, oh god, like I'm barbell rowing in 3 days' time. Is my lower back going to be sore? My lower
Yeah,
back was a little bit sore today, but I still PB'd on barbell row. Like it's one of them. It's like I think people could do more and
yeah,
get away with doing more because they don't train as hard as what they think they do.
yeah, yeah. But there is also merit to being sensible.
Oh yeah, 100%. I always say like train safely, but also don't be scared to push the limits with training
Yeah,
as well and find out what actually are your limits.
yeah, for sure.
Thoughts on peptides from Fat to Fit 2004?
I don't have enough knowledge to give any science-based kind of
Yeah, answer.
opinion, but on the same side as anabolics, if you don't know enough about it, don't put it in your body.
Yeah, I think the overall consensus that I've got of peptides is it's like those minor percentages,
Yeah,
right? Like trying to optimize the mitochondria or whatever. Like, yeah, that's going to be good if you're nailing everything else out the
yeah.
outside of it.
And if you don't know how to train,
Yeah,
don't even consider it.
as a natural, don't fucking bother because you're no longer
Yeah,
natural and you'll get
exactly.
banned. But I can understand why assisted people do it because I would be the same. Like if I was taking assistance, I'd be like, right, well, I'm gonna take everything that's gonna
Yeah,
maximize my progress. So
yeah.
that's me done for questions, mate.
Yeah, I think I might have one more. Fact Fit has said, do you ever feel like certain machines aren't built for the male anatomy in mind? I wouldn't say for the male anatomy, I just don't think they're built with a wide spectrum of bodies in mind. It
No,
can't be because there's only a certain amount of ways you can adjust something. It's just built for a bog standard, probably male.
yeah,
For most of them, they're probably, if anything, they're built more for men than they are for women.
yeah, I'd say so. I think as well, you look at the brand like Prime. Um, I think a lot of it's built for bigger people.
Yeah, like, do you think most lat pull downs are built for a 5'3" female?
No,
No, exactly.
they're built for like a 5'10" male at
Yeah,
like 80 kilos or whatever. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
oh yeah, I think it depends on the machine, obviously, and it depends on like how you're setting it up and stuff like that.
yeah,
I think a lot of machines nowadays they're so kind of you can manipulate them so much to kind of suit you
yeah,
regardless.
yeah. Like sometimes you do have to add bits onto machines to make them fit you, and that's
Yeah,
absolutely fine. Like male or female, like just make it fit you.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
think that, oh, because there's only one one thing that moves on this particular piece of kit doesn't mean you can't change something on it.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things you have to look into and see how you can kind of optimize it for your mechanics, really.
Like think outside the box as well. Like don't just think, oh, I can only put an attachment on it. Like change how you sit on it or change what,
Yeah,
like just
or like
some.
a yoga mat or
Yeah,
a head hip
yeah,
pad or hip
yeah.
whatever it is. Like you can
Was
use so much. Like I know with a lot of leg presses, you use a yoga block to sit on
yeah,
that,
to bring me up a little bit.
bring you
Yeah,
up a bit. I use the mat on a lying leg extension to raise my hips up. Like just play around and see. Like it'd be interesting to know what his machines he's got in mind that potentially don't fit him, and
yeah. Then we go from there.
then you just go from there. But is that all you done with questions, mate?
That is me out.
Cool. All right, people. That is episode 67 of the Natty Blueprint podcast. Hope everyone has enjoyed 67. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you drop it on your story as well. Share it to everyone, even your mum. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.